With the change of season, I'm loving the chance to switch up my look with Pear eyewear. I love how I can switch up my look with a snap. Literally, the frames are magnetic, so I just pop them on, and it's like having a fresh pair of glasses every day.
Base frame starting at $60, including prescription. Pear makes it easy to upgrade your style without breaking the bank.
So fall into a new routine with infinite possibilities with Pear eyewear. Go to peareyewear.com and use code Sibling15 for 15% off your first pair. That's PAIR eyewear.com, code Sibling15.
Every time you connect to the internet, all your data flows through your internet service provider servers. Your ISP is legally allowed to sell that information to advertisers. With ExpressVPN, all your traffic is rerouted through secure, encrypted servers. It gives me peace of mind knowing that my personal information stays private. To protect your online privacy by visiting expressvpn.com/rivalry. That's EXPRESSVPN.com/rivalry. And you can get 3 extra months free. expressvpn.com/rivalry. Say real quick that Valentina and Got Mick ate Halloween up as SpongeBob and Squidward. Shit. Shit.
So confident too.
Violet, Chachki, and Got Mick ate Halloween up as SpongeBob and Got Mick.
It was very good. Squidward. And they went to Heidi Klum's Halloween party too.
Why have we never done a buddy Halloween look?
I don't know. Well, girl,
we've been threatening white chicks for years.
Yeah, we threatened doing white chicks. Is there another duo that we could do that could be fierce?
Yeah, Mario and Luigi.
Ooh, like a cuntified, yassified Mario Luigi.
Yeah,
love that. Okay, that's a good one. Other buddies, we can be we could be a yassified. Go ahead.
Wanda and Cosmo.
Andy and I did that already.
But we'll do it like fierce though.
We could be Salt and Pepper.
I don't like that.
No, not the rappers, like actual Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, I think that could be really fierce. We do like a yassified cunty Salt and Pepper.
That could be cute.
Coffee and bagel.
Well, how do you do a cuntified bagel?
I don't know. That's up to the designer, not me. Designers.
It is well after Halloween for you all listening, but it is also. What day is this coming? What day is it today, Jacob? Is this Jacob just showed us a picture of
Jacob, can you please send that to Jay to put in the thing? That's funny.
This episode comes out Monday, so tomorrow.
What day? Okay, so
the day before the election.
Monét Exchange and I will be doing an election day coverage, which we did last year.
Last
presidential election cycle. We did do one where we stay up. We couldn't stay up the whole night because the results weren't it wasn't called until the next day. We woke up and Biden had been elected president-elect.
But in the stream, he was like, we obviously they drew it out with election fraud and yada yada. But towards the end of the night, it was in favor of Biden, with it being completely that the next morning or something like that.
I think they'll call it earlier this year because, Fox News got sued billions of dollars for lying on Dominion.
Mm-hmm. $700 million. That's insane. I
thought it was $5 billion. Is it $700 million? I got the numbers wrong.
It wasn't a billion. It was like
Jacob,
seven.
Google that, Jacob. I don't know what it is, but a lot of money.
A lot. Yeah. So we're planning to do that again. It was a lot of fun. And we went in, we were like, girl, weather is going to be...
787 million.
Yeah, I knew it was like when we were like whether it's going. So just in case you didn't hear that, $787 million. They were sued by Dominion for lying about the fucking election. So no, I don't think anyone wants to be fucking sued again this year. So hopefully people just do things right and not be crazy. And yeah, our whole purpose was like whether it's a sad sing and a flower bringer, we're gonna be there together watching this election. And luckily, it was a nice turnout.
Yeah. So also, did you see Kamala Harris on SNL?
So good.
It was great. She's like, I don't really laugh like that, do I? She's like,
and all of the Amala puns were hilarious.
They want to end the drama and watch kick back and watch Rom Kamala, like Legally Blonde. And then we can enjoy Christmas. Fa la 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 la. Keep Kamala and carry Amala. Or carry Angela. It was really, it was really charming. Dana Carvey is doing a really good job as Joe Biden.
I didn't watch all of. I just watched the clip that was on Twitter. I didn't watch the episode.
Who is playing Donald Trump? Should I know who that is?
It may be a newer cast member. I've seen them. I don't know.
No, they usually bring in like the big hitters to do
the OGs.
Like, not necessarily OGs. Like they brought in like Alec Baldwin to play Trump before. They had Bernie Sanders played by Larry David. They had Hillary was played by a cast member. They brought in Jim Gaffigan to play Tim Walz.
They're bringing in Miss Thing to play Maya Rudolph to play Kamala. She's an
SNLer though. Yeah, but
she's not a cast member anymore.
No, I'm saying she was. Sometimes they bring back old people who are on SNL.
They tend to. Looking right now, this year it is James Austin Johnson, who is just a regular SNL cast member.
Oh, okay. I mean, obviously, Alec Baldwin is probably still not acting right now because of his drama.
Did he get acquitted? Did the trial happen yet?
He was never found guilty of anything. But the prop master was found guilty.
Gag.
Yeah.
You know he has a reality show about his life coming out.
It sounds like it's going to be sad. It sounds really sad. The whole story is really tragic.
It's very tragic. Imagine being on set doing the things you get. Anyway, unalive. That's wild. Yeah. So SNL was really good. I mean, when you're watching this, the election is tomorrow. So for the past week, it has been crazy. The influx of all these rallies, like Lizzo did a thing, Cardi B went out in Milwaukee, Beyonce and Kelly went out in Texas and Houston, like all these like last minute campaign stops. And like, oh my God, we didn't even talk about it, Bob. The motherfucking rally that he did at Madison Square Garden with that fucking loser, John Hinchcliffe.
Tim Hinchcliffe or
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, that made those terrible fucking disgusting jokes about Puerto Rico being a floating pile of garbage.
Also, I've said it before, but like imagine sitting in Madison Square Garden laughing at the notion that Puerto Rico is a floating pile of garbage and you literally drove in from Staten Island.
I saw your TikTok.
Imagine living in Staten Island and being like, ha, 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 garbage. Because you know Staten Island is the only borough that goes up for Trump.
Mm-hmm. Staten Island. Well, that's what people are like. Staten Island and like not a lot of Long Island, but Long Island has a lot of red. Long Island's a pretty red place. Like, so
almost half the population of New York, almost, not quite, but almost half the population of New York State lives in New York City.
In the 5 boroughs.
Yeah, and yes. Almost half of the entire population of New York is in the city.
Of New York State?
Almost.
I gotta look it up, because Bob got us with what's his name? I've been sitting here drinking the Kool-Aid, talking about Michael Jackson's person is arrested in jail and dead. I was like, oh, really?
New York State has a population of 20 million people,
and New York City is 8 million.
9 million.
Okay, all right. So, well, look at the population of New York City first before we just believe you.
Okay, here we go. Population of New York City is 8.26 million.
Okay, so you were wrong by almost 800,000.
Cities is a recurring theme on this podcast.
we do what?
8.26. But yeah, So that's almost half the population of New York State lives just in the city. So how
Yeah.
sparse is the rest of New York?
I mean, that's the thing, because people like to come from New York, talking about concrete jungle, New York, New York. I'm like, yeah, you can say that about New York City, but New York State, outside of the 5 boroughs, is pretty green. Like, you drive after you get out of like Yonkers up there, like it is green, 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 green. I did some stuff this summer in Bard, in Albany. Like, I've never been to Rochester,
All the hot
Poughkeepsie, actually.
spots.
I'm gonna be in Rochester actually in the spring. Anyway, but like it is green. New York is a very, very, very green. So I've been coming from New York, talking about New York is this, New York is that. Yeah, New York City might be honey, but listen, New York State, we have dynamics. Like we have dynamics going on.
It's
We have
very, very green.
say it again.
Like I've driven through New York. I wouldn't say New York is very, very green.
Bob.
Alabama is very, very green.
Bob.
Alabama is crazy green.
Babe, New Yorkers like who live, they're coming and they are sounding off in the comments. If you just girl, I drove from JFK to Bard, which is like a 4-hour drive, and it is insanely green. What are you talking about?
I mean, I lived in Alabama, so Alabama's like 2/3 forest. Like 2/3 of the entire state is just 2/3 of the whole state is just forest.
Yeah, but you can say that apples are delicious and oranges are too. That doesn't change. Like, so just because Alabama,
comparatively speaking, like when I hear that someone's tall, in my opinion, that starts at 6'2". But if you live in a population where people aren't that tall, maybe to you 5'11" is very tall. But to me, I'd be like, no, that like 5'11" is not tall. 6'2" is tall, but that's just because of my perspective of the people I grew up around. I grew up around really tall people. Jacob is tall in his family. Jacob is the tallest person in his family.
All of that's just insane.
Jacob is a giant amongst men. Jacob is a giant in his family. If you look at a picture of Jacob with his family, he looks like he's 6 feet tall because it looks like a bunch of average height people with their tall ass son. Isn't that hilarious to think about?
Yeah, I said it before, I say it again. I really enjoy Jacob's mom. She's a very cool lady. Wait, so we're talking about Tony Hinchcliffe and those crazy jokes. So I guess, and again, we're after this. I don't want to fucking. I mean, the tea is after this, after Tuesday, after tomorrow, we're going to be hearing about the election being rigged and blah 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 for the next couple of months. So we're not going to be done with this even after tomorrow. But like, I am excited to stop with all these fucking rallies and all this crazy shit and these people who are allowed to say these crazy things with no repercussions. And then the thing that drives me crazy is all of my feed and TikTok and Twitter, whatever, is people at these Trump rallies talking about things like the tariffs. Clearly, I'm not understanding how tariffs fucking work and how it's affecting them on the day-to-day, but they just believe the stuff that they're saying. And what I would like to do is someone to do that to the other side, right? Because you never see it about the Dems, because we're not disillusioned by by the negativity and the bad things by that party, but the conservatives, not even conservatives, the MAGAs are so disillusioned, and they just drink the Kool-Aid of everything this person is saying and not using any critical thinking or rationale about how stupid and crazy it sounds.
So to give a bit of, I don't know a lot about tariffs, but this is what I do know. The way that tariffs work tariffs are not paid by the country who does the importing. I mean, who does the exporting. Tariffs are paid by the country who does the importing, right? So if China wants to sell their goods, it's going to cost manufacturers more money to buy it. They pay the tariffs. China does not pay the tariffs. So what that means is that item that they're making is now going to cost you more money as a consumer because it costs you more money to get it. And folks are like, well, this is going to bring up productivity in America. Let me be clear. To quote Kamala Harris, let me be clear. Okay. If a shirt in China costs $2, actually it costs like $1 to make, you have to pay an extra $2 to get the shirt. The shirt's that price is gonna go up to you, the consumer. And if that same shirt is made in the United States of America, it's not gonna cost that much money. It's gonna cost way more. So
yes.
the product itself will be more expensive because there are more intense labor laws here in the United States of America. So the prices of everything will go up. So even if we're like, okay, we're not buying any more of those, we're not paying those tariffs, we're going to buy them American made, the shirts will still be more expensive because it costs more money to make things in America. Like, Jacob, can you look up where the PlayStation 5 is made? Where are PlayStations made? I know, or Nintendo. Where's Nintendo made? Where are these things made? Because at this point, y'all are like, well, we'll just buy American made. You gonna buy an American made Nintendo?
It's gonna
buy an American. You can buy an American made Toyota.
Imagine, and people like, and Mark Cuban was on The View talking about this. Like, people don't realize, like, so like when it's time for parents to do Christmas shopping for the kids and stuff to get toys, that's going to impact all of that stuff, right? So like that's going to severely impact how much you're able to spend on your Christmas gifts for your kids, like just your day-to-day things, the things that you don't even realize are made in China. And he was saying it could be up to like your things could cost up to 60% more. So the fucking, I don't know, the knife set that you bought on Amazon that is, or some of that's made in China for $50, 60%. You know what 60% is? It's going to cost you about $75 for that same thing. Like, so it's crazy. It's going to really impact you, and they don't realize like how crazy. And the guy who was talking about tariffs for the Trump, he was like, "Yeah, well, China's going to pay those tariffs." And the guy is like, "No, that's not how tariffs work, babe. You're going to pay for it." He's like, "Well, I sell merch, and we're just going to make China pay for it." I'm like, "No, that's not how it fucking works."
No, the manufacturer will pay, and then you will charge your people more money because that's how merchandise works. That's a very simple, broad overstroke of international commerce. Obviously, how you pay?
And as a small business owner,
is it hot over there? Why are you fanning your pits?
It is hot because it's I'm in this I'm just saying where I am. I'm in
where
an
are
Airbnb.
you? You're not at home.
I'm in my new office.
Bitch, where are you at?
I'm in Denver. I'm in Denver, Colorado, doing Colorado Opera.
Oh,
and
what's the name of
it's
the
like
opera? Je peux le marron, le chevaux, le roux, le printemps de tu.
What?
Or is it la piscina cognosi, mazine bomi?
You were close the first time. It is a French opera. It's called La Fille du Régiment, The Daughter of the Regiment. It's the one you saw. I didn't do before, actually.
Oh, I have a picture of that on my fridge.
Oh, but
you're doing the hits. You're doing the hits, huh?
Well, this production, they switched it around. And the first time you saw me, I was right. My aria came at the top of Act 2. Now it's at the bottom of Act 2, and I have a separate thing at the beginning of Act 2. It's a different interpretation, but it's still fun.
Let's talk more about it after this break. And we're back. So yeah, like y'all, your Nintendos, if you want to buy a Nintendo Switch, baby, these are not made in the States. And they're not gonna sell Nintendo to America. Sugar.
They're not.
And not only that, the chips, the parts of things, the y'all think it's just like, oh, the toy itself. No, baby. Even stuff that's made in America, they assemble it in America. Where do you think these were? Like, where do you think there's this Jamaican beer? They bottle it in America, but maybe they make it in Jamaica.
They brew it there.
So how do y'all think,
You know what's a big one I realized? So my whole life, obviously grew up in St. Lucia, so I thought Heineken was St. Lucia, even though it's a very German name. But Heineken is such a popular beer. Such a popular beer in the Caribbean. But I think that sometimes countries buy the rights, or I don't know how that works with things like that, but you buy the rights to brew it in that country. I don't know if the US has that same deal, but basically it's brewed in St. Lucia, brewed and bottled, and I think you buy a license to do it for a certain amount of years or months. Or
I'll name the beer, you name the country.
Okay.
Corona.
Mexico.
Red Stripe.
America.
Jamaica.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. How many beers do you know?
I used to be a bartender.
And you know where all these beers are from? Okay. Give me some
the
more.
Ones I'm naming to you. Stella Artois.
Stella Artois. It's French.
America.
Is it really?
Yep. Yingling.
Well, America is a melting pot.
Yingling.
That's America.
It's America's oldest brewery.
Yingling.
Actually, Stella Artois might not be. Stella Artois might not be American. I might have made that up. But Yingling is America's oldest brewery, though.
Piton.
It sounds French.
Okay, but what country?
France.
No, St. Lucia.
Oh, is it? I never heard of that beer before. What's the Japanese beer?
I don't think you can find it here.
What's the
Stella
Japanese
Artois
beer?
is Belgian.
Belgian, yeah, I was wrong about that one. What's the Japanese beer?
Soju, but I don't think soju is a beer.
No,
though.
It's Japanese beer. Sapporo.
What's the one that plastic drinks sometimes? It's called like Terra.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna name an alcohol.
Terra Lager?
Terra. It's like a green bottle.
Yeah,
Terra.
it's called Terra. Terra, it's a lager, and it's Australian.
What's a
Got it.
lager?
A lager, a lager. I'm not sure, but it's like a lager, and there's Hefeweizens, and there's
IPA.
Hefeweizen is wheat.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
Terra.
so how about gin? What country do you think gin comes from?
Gin. Oh, I think gin is French.
Gin is from London.
Is it really? Londoners do like gin. They love gin.
How about bourbon?
Gin is from the Netherlands.
Are you sure?
Thank
I
you.
just Googled it.
Are you sure? Where's Beefeater from?
That sounds German.
Beefeater
Or
is
Dutch, Netherlands.
Beefeater's from London. Beefeater's British. It's a British gin. A Beefeater is one of those guards.
Yeah,
They're
but you
Beefeater.
okay, but like vodka, I don't know what vodka is definitely is German, but I mean
So,
sorry,
yes,
Russian. But I have a vodka, which I'm not Russian.
There's a London. Gin was invented in the Netherlands through trade. It went its way to London, and London developed their own thing, which is called London Dry Gin.
London Dry
which
Gin.
is what Beefeater is. It is a London gin, but gin originated.
But that's you didn't say Beefeater. You literally said Dry Gin. You didn't say London Dry Gin, nigga. What could it say? Misinformation.
How about bourbon?
Bourbon is. I feel like that's American.
Yeah, fun fact about bourbon. Bourbon has to be made in Bourbon County, Kentucky.
Oh wow! Wait, it has to be.
If you take the same ingredients, the same barrel, one county over, it's not called bourbon anymore. You cannot legally call it bourbon.
Jacob, can you fact check that, please?
It has to be called sour mash.
I have never seen any bottle of anything say sour mash.
Because they make bourbon in Bourbon County, Kentucky. All bourbon's made in Bourbon. Just like all champagne comes from Champagne.
That is true. In France.
Any champagne made outside of Champagne, France has to be called sparkling wine.
Or if you're in Spain, they call it cava. No, bourbon does not have...
That is not right. I'm telling you, to have it to be called bourbon, to have it to be labeled bourbon, it has to be made in the United States. Like, read this.
Okay, let me read it. This is an old saying that bourbon must be made in Kentucky. However, this is a commonest misconception. Kentucky bourbon is only produced in the state, but bourbon, in fact, can be made in any of the 50 American states.
It's not real bourbon. Us real bourbon drinkers, those of us who really drink the burb, those of us who really love to drink from the barrel, who drink straight from the barrel.
Bob, you didn't even like bourbon when you drank. You like vodka, right?
I did love bourbon.
Oh, okay. Would you ever get into Patty drinks these sometimes? Those the sober like spirits and wine. Would you ever get into those?
I don't like those.
Like you just don't like the taste of it, or you're just not interested?
I mean, I've tried them before and they don't taste good.
Got it. Okay.
But every once in a while I'll have a glass of wine though.
Like one of the non-alcoholic wines?
No, like with just straight up wine. Like every once in a while. It's not,
okay.
not like, it's not relapsing if you're like doing it like once in a while intentionally. That's not relapsing.
I'm gonna do this with you.
That's just having fun.
Did you? I want to ask you a question.
Sure.
I've seen someone wearing this shirt before. Was it you?
It's Missy Elliott. Maybe.
Did you go to the concert? Yo, I'm so mad I missed the concert. I like when it was announced, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to this concert. And I just completely forgot.
Oh, Missy.
I didn't see, yeah, Missy, Busta Rhymes, and Ciara. And I just didn't see a lot of it on social media. So I just forgot that even happened. And now it's probably over, I would imagine.
Busta Rhymes.
I want to go see Adele. I want to go to see her in Vegas.
I got you all in check. I got the head knock shit that make you break your neck. Woo-ha! Isn't he from where he from?
I think Busta Rhymes is from Queens. He's from New York.
Busta Rhymes?
I'm pretty sure he's from New York.
Fact check, Jacob. Since we fact checking me, let's fact check Monét Exchange. Monét said I was told there'd be no fact checking tonight, like JD. He's JD Vance say, I wouldn't be surprised if me and Trump won the normal gay guy vote.
I saw that. Yeah. Oh my God.
East Flatbush.
East Flatbush, Brooklyn. Yes. Trevor Smith Jr.
Did you know him? Did you know Trevor growing up?
I did not. I don't think we're in the same age range, babe.
But you couldn't. You knew adults when you were growing up.
Only my parents.
From the same neighborhood. I don't know.
How old is Busta Rhymes? Jacob, can you go back to that? Or just
Let's
tell
guess.
us?
Let's guess. I think
No,
Busta
it's
Rhymes is
45.
56.
45.
45? You think Busta Rhymes is a little bit older than me?
Yes.
You think Busta Rhymes is 6 years older than me?
Yes.
Or 7 years older than me? Girl.
52.
52.
So right in the middle.
I can't do the math that quick, but it is in the middle somewhere in there. But yeah, no, we do. I mean, I miss a lot of tours. I tried to go see Sasha Velour on tour, but I was touring my damn self.
She was in San Diego, right? She did like a preview of her thing.
Yeah, hers was a really good show. I mean, I did see her her first big tour that she did. I saw it in New York City. It was a really beautiful show.
Do you know what else a really, really fucking beautiful show?
What?
Death Becomes Her is so fucking good. If y'all get the chance to go see the show, you have to. It is so fucking good. It's so good. It's so
Did you get to
camp.
see
It's so
Michelle?
over the top. Huh?
Is Michelle still in it?
Yeah, Michelle's still in it. Yeah.
I've heard she's really good on Broadway. This is like her second time on Broadway, or maybe even more.
It's like her for like fourth time.
Yeah, I know she did Belle and Beauty and the Beast. I think she was
She did
Aida.
Aida. Uh-huh. She did this. And she did something else. I was reading
I
in
think
her.
she was in, I could be wrong. I thought she was the narrator in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat.
On Broadway?
Not on Broadway. I think it was like touring. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh.
It's the price you pay.
She has a little raspy voice.
Yeah, it's good. It was good. It was really good. Megan Hilty is so good. Megan Hilty is, I saw Megan Hilty. Jasmine Rice did a concert in San Diego at the Shell out there. And it was her and Megan, well, it was Megan Hilty's show and Jasmine Rice had some numbers in there. But it was, yeah, nigga, you hot too.
It was warm. It is warm.
And Megan Hilty is such a beautiful singer. They had this really, really gay song at the beginning, at the top of the show. It's so funny. It's so good. The show was great.
If you could, as a party trick, sing exactly like one person, and I mean like they'd be like, is this person at their prime? They would literally be like, is this person in the room with us? Who would you choose?
Party trick. Okay, some question. Party trick, like, this is like, wow, this is impressive. You can sing this well. Like, wow, a party trick, like, oh my God, you sound just like this person, no matter how good or bad they are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, so if you want to sing just like I don't know, William Hung, you can sound exactly like William Hung, or if you want to sing
Carey.
exactly like Mariah, which version of her?
Vision of Love, Mariah Carey.
Like as your partner, you'd be like, I had a vision of love, and it was more than you given to me. That's the song I would sing My All. If I had Mariah Carey's voice, I would sing My All to be like, look at what I just did.
But My All and Vision of Love, Mariah Carey are pretty close. But if you say
that would be the song. That would be the song I sang to be like, watch this. I give my all to have just one more night with you. I'd risk my life to feel your body next to mine, 'cause I can't go on.
You gotta do that. You gotta do that.
I'm losing the who sings the most on the podcast debate at this point.
Girl, by a landslide.
But that's because you've been making a concerted effort to not sing ever since we had this conversation.
I am not.
I know how you play the game. I know you play the game, and you're playing with the right one. That's right. Step out the game. This is not The View. Now where's Barbara Walters?
Girl, so this is my question for you. Where is it appropriate to clip your nails?
In the bathroom, in your bedroom.
Thank you. Bitch, somebody was clipping their nails on the plane the other day.
No. And also in the dressing room of a theater.
Okay. Especially if you're on the road, on tour. I can see that.
Yeah, but over the trash can.
Yes. Or in the sink. So you just
putting your foot on the sink?
No, I didn't say your foot, your nails. Fingernails.
Oh, I was thinking toenails. Oh, okay. Fingernails are different. Now, if you're clipping fingernails, you can clip your fingernails in the living room. You can clip your fingernails in the bathroom. You can clip your fingernails in the bedroom. Yeah. Fingernails
in the living room, your little finger crust, your fingernails flying everywhere. Because sometimes they go down, but sometimes they fly.
Only my toenails fly. My fingernails never fly. They just fall to
Bob,
wherever I clip. So my
impossible.
toenails, babe, my toenails will cover some they're very Moana. Who knows how far I'll go? And no one knows. Like my toenails will cover the distance, honey. Like Hercules, they will
You
go
over
the
there
distance.
playing fucking playing boomerang food yourself.
No, you laughing, but my toenails, they get velocity on them. Velocity.
You know, I saw someone clipping their toenails at the fucking so I'm sitting on the plane and because the distinct sound of a nail clipper is so specific. You know exactly what it is every time. It's that high pitch ding. And I was like, are you kidding me? So now I'm in my seat doing one of these, like looking over like because I see the person over here. I'm trying to give the ignored like and keep on looking back. Oh my God. Every 2 seconds. Yeah, 100%, of course.
Yeah.
But the person did not give a fuck. And if I was sitting next to that person, there's no way you're gonna clip your nails flying. That is it's unsanitary, it's fucking nasty. I would have to call the flight attendant. I'm not gonna fight with you for a thing, but I will be, if I'm sitting next to you, I'm gonna be very obnoxious and press the thing, and then I'll be like, can you?
I do think our fingernails are actually dirtier than our toenails though.
For sure. Oh, for sure. Your feet are probably covered most of the time. Your hands are clutching things, turning doorknobs.
If someone next to me were clipping their fingernails, I'd be like, well, that's kind of tacky, but whatever. But if someone next to me were clipping their toenails, I'd be like, this is insane. The fact that you chose to do this here is genuinely, I can't even wrap my brain around why you would think that was okay. I literally can't figure it out.
And then today, I walked into the thing at the locker room at the gym, and he was clipping his toenails in the locker room at the gym. And not even in the shower section, at least that, but in like the section where you hang your shit, like the locker part.
You can clip your toenails in the locker room.
No,
you can't.
Go home.
I would say put a towel down, put your feet on the towel, and clip them over the towel.
Now, what if it's you?
The locker room is for grooming. Well, I would have the towels over my hand too. Like the locker room is for grooming. That's what you do. You groom in the locker room.
Can y'all comment below? Is it appropriate to clip your toenails or fingernails in the locker room at a gym?
I want to have this conversation. I cannot figure out why, because it does bother me, and I literally can't figure out why.
Well, let's take a break, and then you can tell me about your little problem that you got. As we head into winter, I must say your girl is excited about all things cozy, sweaters, except for snow, and on top of that, Christmas presents. And with the change of season, I'm loving the chance to switch up my look with Pear eyewear. One of my favorite things about Pear is how easy it is to personalize my glasses. They have such a variety of unique top frames that it's super easy to add a little bit of fall style, a Christmas party or a Thanksgiving party. I love how I can switch up my look with a snap. Literally, the frames are magnetic, so I just pop them on, and it's like having a fresh pair of glasses every day.
And let's talk about affordability. With base frames starting at $60, including prescription, I'll say that again, base frames starting at $60, including prescription, Pear makes it easy to upgrade your style without breaking the bank. Plus, top frames starting at just $25 and sun tops at $30, which means I can switch things up whenever I want. I even use my FSA dollars to grab my base frames. So if you're like me and you love having options, Pear Eyewear has you covered with frames for every face shape and style. Plus, they have a virtual try-on feature so you can see how you look in the frames before you ever buy them. And it's honestly the best way to step into fall with a look that is completely you.
So fall into a new routine with infinite possibilities with Pear Eyewear. Go to peareyewear.com and use code Sibling15 for 15% off your first pair. And don't forget to mention Sibling Rivalry in your post-checkout survey to support the show. Come on, y'all, do it for us. That's PAIR eyewear.com, code Sibling15.
You know, I remember the moment I realized I needed to get serious about my finances. I was looking at my bank account knowing I had bills to pay and realizing I didn't have much of a cushion. It was time to make some serious money moves, and that's when I decided to start using Chime. Chime really stood out because they offer so many smart features that keep you on track. One that I love is fee-free overdraft up to $200 with SpotMe. Money, tell us about SpotMe.
Well, we've all been there, girl. Those moments when you go just a little over your balance and get hit with a fee. With Chime, you don't have to worry about that anymore. And if you have friends who use Chime, you can even get each other boosts to increase your SpotMe limit temporarily. Bob, we can boost each other with SpotMe.
When I was in college, I actually overdrafted on some Auntie Anne's pretzels. Do you know that? This pretzel, I will never forget this day. This pretzel that was actually $2.34 ended up costing me $234.34.
And it gets better. Chime has no monthly fees or maintenance fees, so your money is actually yours. They've got over 50,000 fee-free ATMs also, which makes life a lot easier when you need cash without the surprise fees. So if you're ready to get a handle on your fees, Chime is a great place to start. Make your fall finances a little greener and open an account in just 2 minutes at chime.com/rivalry. That's chime.com/rivalry. Chime, feels like progress.
Banking services and debit card provided by the Bancorp NA or Stride Bank NA, membership FDIC. SpotMe eligibility requires an overdraft limits apply. Boosts are available to eligible Chime members enrolled in SpotMe and are subject to monthly limits. Terms and conditions apply. Go to chime.com/disclosure for details. If you know me, you know I adore my handbags and I always strive to keep them looking pristine. I just discovered Cure, the ultimate solution for protecting and preserving your purse collection, ensuring they stay beautiful and last forever. You know I love a purse. Think about it. You clean and maintain your shoes, your car, your body. So why are you not caring for your luxury handbags with the same care? These bags are an investment, and with Cure, you can make them last a lifetime. Plus, if you ever decide to resell, Cure helps keep your bags in perfect condition so you can get them top dollar. In today's world where overconsumption is a big issue, it is crucial to make things last as long as possible. By taking care of our handbags with Cure, you can do just that.
So y'all know I'm a luxury girl. I have lots of handbags. I do bags and backpacks and, Gucci and Dior and all the girls. That's why I'm excited about Cure. There's a limited supply available, so head to mycure.com to get your leather care kit today. That's mycure.com. The best way to make your handbag last forever.
Going online without ExpressVPN is like checking your bag at the airport without a lock or not having air tags on your belongings, Monét.
Girl, sure. I know, never again.
You think you have nothing to hide, you think everything is safe, but do you really want anyone rifling through your personal things like your underwear or your medicine just because you left it unprotected? So here's why everyone needs ExpressVPN. Every time you connect to the internet, all your data flows through your internet service provider servers, and in the US, your ISP is legally allowed to sell that information to advertisers. With ExpressVPN, all your traffic is rerouted through secure encrypted servers, so your ISP can't see what you're browsing, honey.
Yes. ExpressVPN is hands down the best VPN out there. First off, it hides your IP address, making it almost impossible for third parties to track your online activity. It's also super easy to use. Just fire up the app, tap one button, and you're protected. Plus, it works on all devices, so you're covered whether you're on your phone, laptop, or tablet. And it's been rated #1 by top tech reviewers like CNET and The Verge.
It's true. Listen, I tried to hack into Monét's computer. It was and I am a top tier hacker. It was hard, Monét. Good job. You ate that.
Yeah, you do be trying to hack my stuff, but baby, you don't know I've been hacking your bank accounts for years.
I got to get ExpressVPN on it. Now, I personally use ExpressVPN anytime I'm on public Wi-Fi, like at a coffee shop or the airport. It gives me peace of mind knowing that my personal information stays private, and that's a huge deal for me. So protect your online privacy today by visiting expressvpn.com/rivalry. That's expressvpn.com/rivalry, and you can get 3 extra months free. expressvpn.com/rivalry. I don't know why it bothers me, and I really want to get out of it because I think it's respectability politics or something, or just social norms. I'm not sure the right word, but listening to someone talk on speakerphone on the plane or at the gym or at the Target is so rude. But why? Because if the person was next to them and they were talking at the exact same volume, that would not be weird. If the 2 people behind you were just talking on the phone, talking to each other, it would not be weird. But if one of them is on speakerphone, all of a sudden it becomes weird. And I cannot figure out why that bothers me so much. It seems rude, but I can't put my finger on what about it is rude.
I don't think it's always rude. I think, like, at the gym, it is annoying to me. It's bothersome to me. in like a public space, I guess, to like on the train. Because it's the equivalent of playing your music out loud. Like, why would you do that? And why is that
What if they were
annoying?
just two people just talking though? What if it was just two people just talking next to each other?
Yeah, you're right. I see the point you're trying to make, but something about the technological medium gets to be annoying, and it
I
feels
know.
inappropriate.
And I can't figure out what it is. And I think I want to let that go. I want to be like, girl, use your phone on speakerphone. This would literally just be like if the person was here next to you. But also, same thing, if they're on the phone and all you hear is their end, it's not rude anymore. If they're just on the phone on the plane, if you're sitting for me, if you're sitting on the tarmac and someone's on their phone, that's not rude.
I think it's rude.
Talk on your phone on the plane. I talk to you on your phone on the plane.
Yeah, but normally I'm like, hey girl, yeah, I'm on a thing, but if you're like on the plane talking about, yeah, we just landed, that's crazy. You cannot do that on the plane.
Why you do the white man voice?
Is that my white voice?
Yeah. Can you do your white guy voice?
Give me something to say, Jacob. Can you pull up a monologue for me to say?
Well, I just have a conversation with me. So, hi, thank you for coming in for the job position today. What's your name again?
My name's Kevin Burton. How are you?
I'm great, Kevin. So where did you go to school?
I went to school at Westminster Choir College in Princeton. I graduated in 4 years with a bachelor's in music education and opera performance. Well, sorry, that's not true. I dropped the opera performance degree at one point. It's just music education, actually.
Nice. All right, thank you, Kevin. And by the way, do you need us to validate any parking for you or anything?
No, I got it. Thank you so much. Bobbiana.
Bobbiana, yes, that's my name. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, now I'm gonna do mine. You ready?
Okay. Hello. Is this all you checking out with today?
Hi. Yeah, this will be all. Thanks.
So all you want is the lube, the Oreos, and popcorn? I mean, what you doing with all of that?
That'll be all. We're having a party. Having a bit of a party at my house tonight, huh?
What kind of party using with Oreos and
Can
lube?
I just say, by the way, we really beat the line. We really beat the line, and it's really warm out. But you know what it is? It's not the heat; it's the humidity.
It's not even humidity here, sir. It's just cold.
The humidity's what gets you. Amber.
Amber, yes, that's my name, Amber. But by the way, you kind of cute though.
I'm married. Married man. Sorry.
And
love
I don't
my
care.
lady.
A lady? No,
Love my
I
lady.
know you fucking lying. A lady. With your gay ass.
You got me, Amber.
All right. Well,
Wait, can we hear your white man voice, Jacob?
His white girl, that is his voice.
This?
Jacob, let's hear white. Jacob, talk to us.
Hi, my name's Jacob.
Now, Jacob, can we hear?
I was wondering if it'd be possible to check out of the room a little bit extended. Yeah, 1:30 would be great. Thank you so much.
That is how Jacob calls down.
Jacob, can we hear your black man voice?
No.
I know that's right. Nope. That's so funny.
Yeah, I don't know when I use my white man voice. I don't know.
I mean, to be honest, I think that people who hear my voice know that I'm black. But I don't have I had a waiter voice I used to use, like a waiter voice, but I don't really do a ton of code switching. But also, to be honest, my black accent, my black voice that I use, it's not really the marginalized black voice. Like, it's not like people who speak the way I speak. You can tell I'm black, but my voice isn't the kind of voice that would typically be marginalized, to be honest. So I don't really change my voice when I talk.
I code switched a lot when I worked at hotels and when I worked that, but I think a lot of my code switching, to be honest, stopped when I started working for myself. Like when I started doing drag full time and like working in this industry, that's when the code switching stopped for me. But before then, I think I used to code switch heavy when I would have to, especially when I was like going to opera auditions and stuff like that, because all the fucking racial shit that goes on in opera companies and like, trying to like get the job and not seem too threatening or too black. You know what I mean? I would 100% code switch.
Do you think people hear your voice and you sound black to them?
So this is my regular voice. This is how I talk when I'm on Zooms for gigs or for brand deals. Like, this is how I talk. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think I can ask you because you know I'm black.
You sound like a New Yorker for sure.
Do I really? Okay, so I think we've had this conversation before. I really think I know some words I do have a New York accent, but for the most part, I think I sound pretty neutral.
OFF.
Off.
Money, you said off. That is not what the rest of us in the country say. We say off. Turn it off.
Off. Wait, say it again.
Turn it off. Turn it off.
Turn it off. Because y'all go because that's so American. That like guttural off.
What's that brown caffeinated drink that everyone has in the mornings?
Coffee.
No, how do you say it, bitch?
I say it coffee.
You say coffee.
I do not say coffee. I do definitely not say coffee. I say coffee.
Do you say mother and father?
I do not have these in those words. I'm not what it is.
There used to be this one girl from New York who said, I don't know, and she moved to Atlanta. I don't know why it pissed me off so much when this bitch said my mother and my father. That used to drive me. I felt like she was putting it on. Like she was very like, I'm from New York. And like folks from Georgia just don't really be doing all that. Like that is a Texas and a New York City. The only Texas and New York are so like, I'm from Texas and I'm from New York. Like they like you.
That's not true. But you ever met somebody from New Jersey?
You will, let me tell you right now, you will know someone. You did not know that Nicole Byer was from New Jersey. You did not know until I told you.
But Nicole Byer, but you know Wendy Williams is from New Jersey.
Yes, but what I'm saying is you will never know someone from New York and have them not tell you. You cannot know a person from Texas or New York City, and within a week of knowing them, it will somehow come up they are from Texas. It will come up.
I don't think that's different than any other place. Like when you talk to people, you get to know them, you find out where they're from.
When you talk to people, when you talk to people,
I think you're correct. Oh, bitch! I was listening to the Call Her Daddy podcast because Aubrey O'Day was on there. Were you at Tajik's house that one time that Aubrey was over there?
Wait, who's Aubrey O'Day? Why is that name so familiar?
She was from Danity Kane.
Oh yeah, I was there that time. Yeah.
And when I tell you, I had no idea it was her.
And apparently she's a really, really good singer, apparently.
She's a great singer, but she was on there talking about, her life is so interesting. She's talking about like working with Diddy and how like fucking Diddy fucked them up on making the band. They were touring all the time, doing all this stuff. They made no fucking money. Now, that's twofold, right? One is they didn't have the right representation, but that's because they got their fame and their deal through the show making the band, so they weren't very protected. Who is it? Wait, somebody's knocking on my door. Hold on. I'm in this thing. I may be too loud. Hold on.
When she put her black voice on there and then her white man voice on there. Who goes there? We're black.
And we're back. Yeah, so that's kind of because she got their deal through the show. Yeah, it was Patty.
Patrick's on the road again?
What happened?
Patrick's on the road again?
No, he wanted to come to Denver. It was an extended stay, and so he drove up here with him and his dog.
Tyler's out of the game. That's crazy. R.I.P. to Tyler.
Anyway,
R.I.P. Tyler. It was nice while it lasted, Tyler. We can hire you over here.
Anyway, so it's kind of crazy. So Diddy like fucked them up with making the band. They did all this touring, all these albums. They made literally no money. And then she goes on to talk about her, like at the end of like 5 or 6 years, they didn't have money really pretty much to do anything because they like Diddy and Bad Boy took all their shit.
TLC had the same situation. TLC had the same situation happen with them.
With Diddy? They were Bad Boy?
No, not with Diddy. But they were a girl group there, and they were like, y'all, we are broke. Like we are. There was a video where they're like, we are out here at the Grammys or whatever, and we don't have any money. We don't have any money. You should go listen to. If you have an opportunity, you should listen to Michelle Visage's book. It's 5 hours. I mean, it is literally. I listened to it in LA traffic, and it's actually a pretty good book. She talks about touring with seduction. No money. No money. They got paid a weekly rate, and it was not a lot of money.
Crazy.
They got paid like I can't remember what she said, but it was a very low amount of money a week to do these arena tours. Monét, she was performing in arenas. Arenas. And I don't mean like performing like as like a dancer. She was the act. It was her. It was Seduction and Milli Vanilli touring together, and they were getting paid like $1,000 or $1,200 a week.
That's just bananas. But
imagine standing on stage in an arena with your name on the outside. Your name sold the tickets, and someone else is really making all the coins.
These people be fucked up. And then she talks about, did you know that she dated Donald Trump Jr.?
From Danny Kane?
Yes. She dated him right before Trump started running for election in 2016.
What does she know?
Right before he won.
What does she know? She knows some stuff.
Well, she talked about the book. She was like, they were asking, not the book, and they were asking all this stuff. And she was saying, y'all, she's like the person, like the whole family. She's like, there's so much competition between all of them. I don't think they really like each other. And she was like, but Donald Trump Jr., like a lot of the people in the family, they have completely changed their entire shit. Because she's like, I am a super liberal pro, like she's like, I am liberal. And she's like, he was very similar to that. That's why we like found comfort in each other. And that's why we dated, and that we had so many similarities. But when the father started to run, the entire family was so willing to change their entire shit for what they have now. So she was like, Alex asked her, well, do you think you would like, because she was like, he was the love of my life. Although she was his secret lover. Like he had a wife, but she was with him. She was his side piece. But like, everyone knew, like the wife knew, she was upset about it. Like Michael Cohen tried to get her out of it, because when Trump was running, they're like, we got to like squash all this like secret shit. That's why you got to go away. But anyway, long story short, the family changed their whole shit for what they have now so that Trump could run and like basically become super conservative, super crazy to run for the presidency. It's kind of wild.
That is wild. Yeah, Trump used to be quite liberal.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Trump used to be quite liberal.
Yeah, but
quite.
Anyway,
that is wild. Well, maybe we should get on the podcast. I don't know why I'm saying that. I hate it. I hate interviewing people. Have her on Monét Talks. I'll watch it. I'm a big fan of the show.
Thank you.
And if you want to get early access episodes, of Monét Talks, you can join the Sibling Rivalry Patreon, where you get a week early access, uncensored. Do you still release uncensored version on your thing?
Yeah. No, only uncensored on Patreon. And we have Patreon-specific questions that come out that will be coming on Patreon. Someone asked, none of them have come out yet. We did them for about 9 episodes. None of them have come out yet. They're coming out, and they will be available for cousins and up soon.
And if you want to get, also, if you would like to see uncensored video versions of my YouTube videos, you can see them on the Sibling Rivalry Patreon as well.
Something I'm going to start doing in the new year, which I'm very excited about, y'all. I mean, I'm teasing content that is coming at the top of the year. I'm doing some Lady on the Street videos about something. They're really fun. Obviously, I'm based in New York City. Oh my God. I'm based in Los Angeles, so they're in places in Los Angeles. But maybe we could travel to different cities and do them in other cities too. We shall see.
Yesterday, me and Hillary Clinton were in the same building.
I heard it. Andy told me the security was crazy.
It was crazy. HRC was in the building. There were 2 theaters in the Strauss Center. She was in the giant room. I was in the 1,700 seat room. Maybe 1,400 seats. It doesn't matter. The point is, I tried to invite her to the show, and no one would give her the word. So I just put it on my social media. I was like, Hillary Clinton, please come to my show tonight.
And what did she say when she saw the show?
She thought it was really funny. She's a bobblehead.
Okay,
official bobblehead.
Now we know she can come to the show. So you have just debunked all of your shit, because we know she comes to the goddamn show. She's a bobblehead.
She's a bobblehead.
She's clearly Monation.
I think Bill Clinton's Monation. Hillary's bobblehead. Kamala's bobblehead.
Bitch, Joe is Monation. I know you fucking lying.
Joe's Monation.
You are crazy.
Tim Wall's bobblehead.
100% false.
Tim Kane.
I'll give y'all Tim. Tim is a bobblehead lying about going to war.
Tiananmen Square. Tim Kane, Monation for sure.
Who the fuck is Tim Kane?
Tim Kane was Hillary Clinton's running mate.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you, I could not remember who was Hillary's. He was Hillary's vice.
There's a whole bit on SNL about him recently. He came out. There's a whole bit on SNL about him. He came out and he was like, you said it was the most important election in the world. I was Hillary Clinton's running mate. I was 1 heartbeat away from becoming the president of the United States of America. So what's my name? And then John Mulaney was playing the character. He was like, he couldn't remember his name.
Girl, I have no recollection of that.
He looks almost exactly like Tim Walz.
The name doesn't even ring a bell. Like I can say like, oh yeah, I don't remember hearing that name.
Clinton Kane. All right, how many vice presidents going back to your name? Ready? Who is Joe Biden's vice president? Monét. Joe Biden's vice president?
Sarah Huckabee?
Monét, you know who Joe Biden's vice president is. Come on, don't play
Kamala
games.
Harris. Kamala Harris.
Okay, Trump's vice president?
Pence.
Okay, Obama's vice president?
Biden.
Okay, George Bush's vice president?
Dick Cheney.
See, you're doing great. George Bush's vice president? I mean, sorry, not George Bush. Bill Clinton's vice president?
And here where we lose all of it.
Wait, do I know Bill Clinton's vice president?
You do.
How do I not know?
I know it too. When I hear him, like, oh yeah, him. Huh?
Al Gore.
There you go.
Al Gore.
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, Al Gore. And before Clinton, it was Bush.
I don't know who that is. Couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, he's an obscure one. He hasn't done anything super crazy. His
Drag
name
her.
is Dan Quayle.
Oh, Dan Quayle. I remember that. Dan Quayle.
Also, have you seen this new thing about this new ad by liberals saying like, a liberal ad saying like, basically like to wives, to women, go into the voting booth and vote in your best interest and just lie to your husband basically and tell him like, well, not lie, but be like, say like, but yes. But also, if you are in a fucking relationship where you have to lie about prioritizing your health to your spouse or your boyfriend or whatever, what kind of fucking relationship is that? And again, I know everyone chooses different things that are right for them for the relationship, but for me, and there are things that are right, like in my relationship, I probably do things that someone, and that's why I'm like, I can't believe you do that. But like, your health care and like what you need as a woman or with your fucking vagina to exist in this world, to have to lie about that to your husband, a person that's supposed to love you unconditionally, that's crazy to me. And I couldn't fathom being married to that person.
I agree. I'm glad we're on the same page about this.
Like, that's nuts. Like, yeah, baby, I voted for Trump. Like, what? No, bitch, I'm a brother. He's against who I am. He's against my fucking ovaries and my uterus.
So an interesting statistic is that the least successful marriages are the highest divorce rate amongst marriages is lesbian relationships. But listen to this statistic: 70% of straight marriages are initiated by the woman. 70%.
When initiated, what does that mean? Like they propose?
No, initiated. The divorce is initiated. Sorry, 70% of the divorces are initiated by the woman.
Oh wow. Okay.
So if they're both women, the divorce rate is going to be higher. Maybe because women are like, I know I'm done. The women are like, it's a wrap. I know. Like, we did it. We tried. We fucking tried. And I don't want it anymore.
But also the ratio of straight marriages to lesbian marriages is, there are probably so many more straight marriages though. So 10% of straight marriages to 80% of lesbian marriages there's still way more straight, I would imagine.
No, for sure. But proportionally speaking, lesbian divorce rate is the highest.
Where do the gays are? How are the gays?
I don't know. I bet we have the lowest marriage rate. For sure. I am so cool with like I could get married, but also like
imagine if gays could get pregnant, Bob. Imagine if
Jacob would be at home with 18 children right now. Am I right, Jacob?
Girl, honestly same. Imagine if gays could get pregnant and we had to deliver them through our pee holes.
Well, just be going birth control.
I know, but with everything going on now, what if we couldn't go on birth control? Because they're fucking stopping all types of contraception.
If I had a son, I would strongly encourage him to get a vasectomy.
They're reversible, 100%.
I'd be like, you should really. I need to talk to Cam about getting a vasectomy.
Oh my God, how is Cam doing?
He's doing pretty good. He had a job interview recently. I need to call him, see how it went.
So I know you don't watch Love Is Blind. Let me try to give you the quick thing. I want to know your response to this. So this couple, right? The general concept of the show, right? They're in the pods. Blah, blah, blah,
you don't see each other. You're dating just by your voice,
right? So, but it's really intense because what people don't know, like
this
they film.
Make you cry all the time?
Huh?
This show does always make you cry.
It makes you cry in the beginning. Because the beginning is so sweet. And then, so this couple, but it's really intense because you're dating these people, Roberta, for like 8 hours a day for a week straight. So it's very intense, or 2 weeks straight. Anyway, so you propose something. This couple, they're in the pods. They seem really sweet. They're like on the same level in terms of religion, blah, 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 blah. Everything is there. To me, they're like the number one couple. They're so beautiful. That was the one I cried about on my thing. Come to find out, and they were like, and he's like, yeah, like when we get like, I can't wait for us to have kids together. Do you have kids? No, I don't have kids. No, we don't have kids. I want to have 3 and 4 kids together, blah, blah, blah. Cut to when they get out. So after you propose, you meet each other, then you go on a week-long vacation, and then you go into the real world for 2 weeks and live together. They're living together at this point. So now they know each other for technically 3 weeks at this point. Come to find out he has 3 kids out in the real world. But allegedly, he donated sperm to a friend to have these children because she's in a lesbian relationship. But the question to his spouse, his fiance, was like, do you have interaction with these kids? No, I've never seen him. Come to find out, he's spending holidays with.
Sorry.
He's having holidays. There's holiday pictures with them. They're going out and about. He's like a part of these kids' life. So again, I feel like it's not damning that you're doing this, but lying about it when I've known you for 3 weeks. That's the crazy part. What would you do?
I agree.
If you were
That is
the fiance.
I would just ask why he was lying. Like, baby, why did you feel the need to lie about this? Like, I don't care that you're in the kids' lives. I just want to know: are you actively their father, or are you just in their lives as an adult male figure? And then I'm like, well, I don't know what I can trust because I don't know what's true anymore. Like, you've proven to me now that you lie.
Lying so big at the onset of our relationship, to me, that is a major red flag. Because they're not like little lies, like, yeah, I don't pick up the dog's poop sometimes, or I let the week go without the laundry. But you lied about having children, and then you lied about being in their life. Like that is a major lie.
Yeah, it is certainly odd behavior. It is a red flag. Like, why would you lie about that? I would rather you hurt my feelings with the truth than lie to me.
Well, I think
then I'm going to get my feelings hurt with the truth, and I will have been lied to.
Yeah, I think he was afraid that being honest, she'd be like, I don't want to go through with the marriage. But now they're married, they're locked in.
Can y'all hear this music?
No.
Okay, good.
But social media is clowning her because they're like, girl, all these red flags, you're staying with this man. And in the reunion, she's basically like, we're in love. Like, we spoke about it. Like, whatever. And she's like, it's all cool.
Let's put it to the test. Let's say if you found out that me and Jacob actually were never dating. It started as a big joke because I imagine me having a part because I was always like single, and it was just and it just got too serious. And Jacob and I have actually never ever been dating, and we just told you. How would you feel?
I would feel very betrayed. I would not believe that you lied to me. So, because it wouldn't be like the little lie. It's like, bitch, this is a deep lie. You've been going on this life for how many years now? 6 years? I was like,
8 years.
8 years. It's a major part of your life, and you've been lying about it like that. It'll make me question everything about you.
But it's kind of funny though, right?
No, it's not funny.
No, but it's kind of a good bit. Like I kept it going for so long.
No, it's not a good bit.
No, but think about it though. I was like, I got a boyfriend, and then I'm like, psych.
Let me think. No, it's not a good bit, and it's not funny. I would never believe anything you told me again. I don't know how we would be able to continue our friendship, honestly. I really don't know how that's crazy.
That would be weird. That'd be
but
very,
that'd be very weird if he did it multiple other times after and had like multiple ones. That would be a great bit.
If all of them were a lie, if all of the partners were a lie,
they're all just bits. It's so funny. No, but listen, you're not listening to how funny it is. Like, psych.
Okay, can I also, before we go, straight men there's such a specific type of crazy. And again, gays and queers, we do weird shit too. But the World Series happened. The Dodgers and the Lakers versus each other. The Dodgers won. Have you seen the video of this straight guy blowing up his hand?
The Lakers is a basketball team, isn't it?
Sorry, the Dodgers and the Yankees. Have you seen the video?
I'm gonna say the Clippers and the X-Men went to the World Series.
I'm gonna send you.
Wait, you said he blew up his hand?
Yes, I'm gonna send you this clip. Please watch it.
Is it graphic?
Yes, it's graphic.
You're sending it where?
On our Facebook thing. And I guess we probably can't put it on the video because we'll get fucking demonetized the house down.
Oh yeah, but y'all, those of you who want to know, by the time this episode's up, you will have it is heavily. Listen, I will put a warning at the beginning of it. The earwax video has been heavily requested on the Patreon. If you want to see my earwax removal, I'm putting it up on the Patreon. There will be a forewarning beforehand, but it is crazy.
Please make the cover photo not the air. With the cover picture needs to be something not that.
It'll just say the earwax video coming up or something.
Wait, did you watch the video?
No, not yet.
I can't even watch it.
But you're gonna make me watch it.
It came up on my Twitter, and when I saw what happened, I immediately threw my phone down.
Twitter allows this?
Girl, my Twitter is a disaster zone.
The video's gone. It's been taken down.
Oh shit. Well, I know it says this somewhere out there. So he's like, yeah, the Dodgers won. He gets I think it's a firecracker or something, and he lights it, and he's trying to drop it. He doesn't, and it blows up in his hand. Y'all, he lost. Sorry, trigger warning. Graphic. He loses his entire hand. It's just like the thumb and this part left, and it's just blood gushing. It is.
I just don't understand. Why wasn't he not able to drop the firework?
I think the firework, it blew up faster than he anticipated. Like the fuse, I guess, just was, instead of being like a cartoon, it was like, and it just blew up.
And was he celebrating?
So I think his body was in shock. So what happens, and he runs inside the building, and he's like, he's not even screaming yet because he's in shock.
Does he have fingers?
No. The hand is gone.
I saw a video of a guy who got really drunk and fell off the back of a boat and lost everything beneath the knee and the rudder. And he was drunk, and he was like,
this is getting gross, y'all.
He was like, what? This is also, before we go, I will say this. This is a call out. Maybe I'm calling you in. Dr. Pimple Popper. Go back to pimples, babes.
Why?
Go back to pimples. It's disgusting. It's surgery. She's basically doing C-sections at this point on the fucking page.
What is it
Baby,
now?
Go back to pimples. We want to see you pop pimples. We don't want to see you removing tumors. She's cutting out cysts with a knife.
This is my theory. Like it's never enough. Like she had this big pimple community, and people wanted more. They wanted it crazy. They wanted it bigger. They wanted it bigger, better, and uncut.
We want pimples. We want little itty bitty pimples. We want you to get blackheads off with that little circle.
I tried using that tool. I don't know if because I'm just not obviously an esthetician or whatever. That tool, I cannot make that tool work.
You know what I use when my nose gets really like a bunch of sebaceous filaments?
What?
I just use an oil cleanser.
You saw that in a video somewhere. Stop acting like you knew sebaceous filaments.
I stumbled upon the information sebaceous filament, but that is what it's called. It's called a sebaceous filament. And someone told me just use oil cleanser on your nose. And honestly, smooth.
What? So you put it on there and it just pops up itself?
No, you just put it on there, and because they're made of oil themselves, so oil is mixing and then it gets it all out. So if you just use like soap and water or some other kind of cleanser that doesn't have oil in it, it just, your nose will still feel rough. But I use this, and now it is just so fucking smooth.
An oil cleanser. Interesting.
Yeah, oil cleanser.
But here's my question. You answer my question. So you put it on there, and what? Do you like do this then, or you just like what?
No, I rub it, and then I scratch it.
Huh.
Scratch it, and then I rub it again. Do it twice.
Do you know when you said sebaceous filament, it took me back to that time you tried to act like you knew the word for, what is it? Peroxy? For the study of something.
Petrology. It's called petrology, and the study of rocks. And I do know that word. You try to
pass it on to us like you knew.
Petrology, and it's the study of rocks, and I do know that word. And you're mad. And on that note, say it with me. Thank you for coming on my show.